Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So, from amigurumi to weaving and anything in between. If you like crafting and being creative, stick around. I think you're going to like it here. This is Monday morning edition of Coffee with Kim, and it's a rainy, foggy Monday morning, but the birds are out. It's beautiful as far as the sounds. It's kind of cool also because the fog has completely disappeared the river. So you can't see past our yard. It looks like the world ends right there, but it's really pretty with the bird sounds. I'm trying to find a way to save all of my bird recordings because there's channels on like Amazon Music of bird sounds. I wonder if I could figure out a way to sell them. Could you imagine I make an album? Birds at the river? That'd be fun, actually. Excuse me. So I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. I am actually celebrating today with my daughter. So the funny thing is, if any of you know me from previous videos, you know that I don't hold surprises and presents well. So I have given my daughter all of the presents that I was going to give her for Mother's Day. So I was kind of like, uh-oh, now what do I do? So I made her a card, which isn't finished yet, but it is right here. And I started it with some butterflies on it. Started it there. I was working on it last night and I wasn't inspired enough to finish it. So I was hoping to have some inspiration this morning or overnight as to what to write in it or this and that. But I think all I'm going to write is happy first Mother's Day. It does my heart well to know you finally get it. Or my heart is happy today because you finally get it. Or something to the effect that now she understands why I was a crazy person her whole life. Why I protect her at all costs. It doesn't matter. So I like the you finally get it kind of thing. So yesterday was quite a day for me. So I went to that cemetery to replace those or to return those letters. And then I went to the Goodwill. And then my brother called me and said, when are we going to the cemetery? And I was like, oh, whenever you want to. So it was about noon at that point. And he said, well, let's meet at 2. So it's an hour drive. So I had an hour and I went to the local Lowe's. And I found 5 racks of clearance plants. They had the miniature rhododendrons, and they had azaleas, and they had creeping phlox. So guess what my Jeep was full of yesterday? So I did. I filled the whole Jeep. And the best part is I use my Lowe's credit card, so I also get 5% off. So I'm getting the half price, 5% off, no brainer. So I did that, and then I drove out to where I grew up, about an hour away, met my siblings at the cemetery, and my brother put me to work planting flowers. So I planted flowers up there as well, and then my sister took me for ice cream. So it was a very nice day. I gotta find my chapstick, sorry. Very, very nice day. Then I came home and I planted my plants that I had bought at Lowe's earlier. Not all of them, but all but 2. Oh, I did give my sister one of the rhododendrons. So while I was at Goodwill, I always look for things that are handmade, and I found that. Isn't it beautiful? So what it looks like is a lot like the summer shawl that we're going to do on our live tomorrow night, which is right here. So there's the summer shawl, summer breeze shawl. And then there's that. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait a minute. It's even the same color. But I thought that was funny. So I grabbed it just to show you guys. And I'm kind of glad I did because when I was up at the cemetery, I was chilly. So I put that on over my coat. But yeah, I got that yesterday. And then, you know how I always look for yarn that I wouldn't buy because it's too expensive? Well, I found 4 of these. And it is Touch of Alpaca from Lion Brand. It is 415 yards, machine wash, lay flat, dry. And it is, let me see the stickers over this one. The color is just black, which is nice. And where is it? My goodness. It is a 4, a medium 4. My eyes. Here it is. 90% acrylic, 10% alpaca. It's really soft. I don't love working with black yarn. It's very difficult. But, I mean, there's 4 of these. So I could make something. I could make a nice set. You know what I mean? And maybe border it with something else. So I could make a hat, gloves, and scarf and do a border of a different color on the outside. So that would be pretty. But I couldn't pass that up. And then there were 3 of these. And this is Cotton Blend from Lion Brand. 392 yards of 50% cotton, 50% polyester. And again, it's really soft. Nice soft. And it is a 3. So that, and then I think there was there any more? Oh yeah, this right here. Let me get this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. And they are natural blend. The color is powder blue. 80%, they put the sticker right over it. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And it's really nice, really soft. This would really make something pretty. So I've got 5 of them, I said. 1, 2, 3, 5 of them. And it's really soft. So I would like to make something out of this as well. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. And I know I said no more yarn, but like I said, when it's something that I wouldn't naturally buy, and it's 105 yards. So it says I need 16 of them to make a blanket, 8 of them for a sweater, 2 of them for a hat, 3 of them for a hat and scarf. All right. So I think that's all I got. And I'm looking just to make sure. So I was continuing with my test that I've been doing to see what will work on the Addy. And I actually broke a needle or a hook or whatever you call them. I was very upset because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to pull it apart and it's never going to work the same, blah, blah, blah. But I pulled it apart and I didn't have any spare needles. I know I have them here somewhere, but I don't know where I put them. You know, they come with it. Like when you buy the machine, they come with a couple spare. I don't know where I put them. It's going to pop out at me someday when I'm cleaning a drawer or something. I'm looking now just to get inspiration to see if it pops out at me, but I don't know where I put them. So I took a needle from my small Addy and put it in there and it works. And then I went to Amazon and ordered a pack of them. I don't know what I did with them. I can remember moving them like a million times, just saying, well, I don't need it right now. I'll put it here, I'll put it there. I don't know what I did with it. So anyhow, look, I'm still looking. I'm like, it's probably sitting right out in front of my face and I just can't find it. So you can tell I changed this. How? I don't know where I got that bruise. I'm thinking I got it moving stuff around at the flea market I was at. So I'm still moving stuff around. I have all, can you see it? Yeah, right down here are all of my crochet books. So those are going to be the start of our Craft Along Tuesdays. So I figure we'll work our way through all of those. We'll start with crochet, just keep going. And then once we're bored of crochet or done with crochet, we'll move on to something else. I see that a couple of you posted on our Facebook page that you got some quilling stuff. So maybe we'll do another quilling because I love it. Maybe I'll add some quilling to my daughter's card. Maybe I could make a butterfly, right? Do a little bit of quilling up there. Maybe I'll do that. So that's what I'm up to. What else did I try? Oh, I tried using that granny square yarn from Red Heart. I mean, the first square I did, first 2 rows, was perfect. But the next one, not so much. The color change happened there. So, I mean, of course, I didn't read the instructions first. I just did a granny square like I do granny squares, and it didn't work. So, and the big thing on here is no color changes, no switching, just keep stitching. And it says right here, with color number 1, chain 4. Well, I don't know. Oh, maybe because it says the color motifs start with color 1. So maybe each skein isn't rolled the same. So I have to see which, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't come out the way I thought it would. So that's not happening. I'll find something else to do with it. Yeah, I don't. Granny square, all in one. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I don't know. Also, I started my fair blanket. I just realized we are almost halfway through May, and I haven't started my blanket yet. So I started it this morning. Now, I started watching one of Bag of Day's, my voice cracked, one of Bag of Day Crochet's tutorials. And while I liked it, because I like all of her stuff, I was like, you know what? Instead of using someone else's pattern, why don't I make up one of my own? And you know what? It could be a pattern that I saw somewhere on somebody else's, but in my head right now, I'm making it up. So what I'm doing is I yarn over, I go into the first stitch, draw up a loop, and then I go into the next stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's what the stitch looks like. I really like it. And I don't know if it is a stitch. So what I'm doing is, let me get closer so you can see. I yarn over, I go into the stitch I just worked, okay? Pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then I just pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And they come out like that, and they're really cute. So that's the only stitch I'm doing for the whole blanket. I did it in a count, like the stitch count for the base row is even. And I just really like how the pattern's coming out. Like I said, I started with one of Crystal's patterns. And then I'm like, I really want to branch out on my own. So I like both sides. Like this one, you can almost see the other stitches through. This one you can't. So I like both sides. I don't know. So I think that's going to be my blanket for the fair. And it is my own, in my head, it's my own creation. It's probably like an extended alpine stitch or so. Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing. But I like it, and that's going to be my blanket for the fair. And I'm using a 6mm hook or a J, and I'm using Caron cinnamon swirl cakes. I have like 7 of these balls. So it is a medium 4, 100% acrylic. There's 407 yards in this. I went 110 across. So it is maybe a twin blanket. So that's going to be one of my entries for the fair. Now there also has to be something you can wear. I think I got that covered. Even if I don't make anything specifically for it, I can pull something out. And then something holiday. And then what else? Oh, don't you love this? It would be fine if I didn't mess with it. As I'm poking at it, I can hear my mother. If you leave it alone, it'll go away. Yeah, I know, Ma. Ma, I know. It was only appropriate that I, was doing it on Mother's Day. But yeah, so I really love this. And this color is just beautiful. So it's almost like graham cracker color. That's what it reminds me of. A graham cracker with peanut butter on it. Ooh, that sounds good. So yesterday, after visiting the cemetery and planting flowers, I told you my sister took me for ice cream. My sister and brother-in-law took me for ice cream. And it was a brand new business, young kids opening, not young kids. They're probably in their mid-30s. I call them young kids. But it was out in the village of Schoharie, way out upstate New York. That's where I live. And they're doing a soft opening. Ice cream, soft opening. Funny. And they were doing so well. I was so happy for them. And his dad, or his mom, I'm sorry, they had like on the inside, they had like one of those bar things that you could lift up and they could deliver your food. Somebody had put a picture of their logo and then sprinkled rainbow sprinkles on it and then did resin over top of it. It was so cute. I, of course, commented on it. And he just beaming smile when I complimented it. I'm like, did you make this? He goes, my mom did. But you could tell it was all siblings in the back. They all looked just alike. And the ice cream, forget it. So good. So my sister got just coffee ice cream, which my brother-in-law got something called Heaven, which it looked like heaven. It looked like it was vanilla with like cherry or strawberry. I don't know. There was pink in it. And then I got, because we each got 2 scoops. Well, no, he got 3, but my sister and I each got 2 scoops. I got butter pecan and coffee. 2 of my favorites. Such good ice cream. You know how sometimes you eat the ice cream you're used to eating, like the one you get at the convenience store or whatever, and then all of a sudden you taste a different ice cream and it's like, it's almost like it's thick and velvety. Really, really good. And there was this little baby in there. She couldn't have been, I don't know, maybe 18 months to 2 years, yeah, somewhere around in there. And she kept running up to my brother-in-law and just looking and then giggling and running back away. Now you got to understand, my brother-in-law is like 6'4", 280 pounds. I mean, he's tall, he's big, and she just loved him. She just kept running up to him and smiling. And he, of course, is this gentle giant. He gives her a big smile and he's talking baby talk to her. It's so cute. He's just sweet guy. Well, they have 14 grandchildren with another one on the way. So well, of course, all of theirs are boys. Every one of their every one of their grandchildren is a boy, but they have a girl on the way. So that little girl's going to be spoiled to rottenness. And I think Grandpa's going to be the most. So my grandson got all spiffied up yesterday to go out to dinner at a restaurant for the first time ever. Oh my goodness. That face. I can't wait. I'm going to go smooch him all day today. So I'm bringing fajitas. I can't wait. If it clears up, my daughter and I will take the baby for a walk. That'll be nice. She wants to get him outdoors more because his dad is a very outdoorsy person. So she wants to get him used to being outside. So she's like, I mean, his dad is a landscaper and, he fishes and he hikes and he loves bonsai trees and all sorts of stuff. So the baby really needs to learn to be an outdoorsy person. And get this, my daughter asked me to make him a hat. So today I have to measure his little head. So I put a measuring tape in my purse because I want to make sure it fits perfect. So I will make sure. And then I bought these. It's 100 little hair bands. And I figure I'm going to make some scrunchies from it. Why not? Right? That was a random subject change. Sorry. But I did make one. I had it on my wrist and my sister took it off my wrist and kept it yesterday. So I guess they're a hit. So I will keep making some of them. So I set up my new Shopify store. And I'm so frustrated, like so frustrated. I set the store up. I got everything. I cannot get it to link to my YouTube. So when I click on continue setup, it asks me for a two-step authentication. And I can't get it because I can't get into an authentication app. I'm telling you, at about 4 o'clock yesterday morning, I was in tears over this. I was so frustrated. And there is no phone number you can call. There is so on the page where you're logging in, it says, having trouble logging in, click here to chat. So I click on the chat. Can't make this up. I click on the chat and it says, you have to log in to chat. I was like, what? So here I am clicking help me log in. And it's telling you have to log in to get help to log in. So I'm stuck in this vortex of, yeah. So I tried, there was an email. Hopefully they'll respond to me. I don't know what to do. But right now I have a store that's live and up. And if anybody orders anything from it, I don't know if I'm going to know. And if I'm going to know, I don't know how to get in there and get their information to send it to them. So once I'm done recording this video, I'm going to go ahead and try again to get in touch with Shopify. If worse comes to worse, I'm going to beg my nephew to try to get in there and help me, because I get to the point with this stuff where I'm just in a circle and a circle and a circle, and I can't. So, and then I tried clicking, because some sites say log in with Facebook. So I tried logging in with Facebook, and it wouldn't connect. It said error connecting or something. I don't know, but oh my goodness, so frustrating. So after this is really pretty. You know what it reminds me of? We had an Appaloosa horse with all these colors on it. His name was Dakota, and he had a watch eye. So maybe I'm going to call this my Dakota Afghan. Boom. That's it. Maybe I'll put up a tutorial once I'm done. That would be cool. I mean, it's really easy, right? And I don't know that anybody, I don't know. But as long as I'm not following someone else's pattern, I suppose I can call it my own. I will double, triple check before I do that. So if any of you recognize this stitch, let me know. And it's not triple three together. It's not the alpine stitch. So I'm not sure. Again, it's yarn over, go into the stitch you just worked, pull up a loop, then go right into the next stitch, pull up a loop, then 2, 2, 2, and it makes this little triangle. I really like it. So I'm going to call it my own until somebody tells me not to. So this is my Dakota blanket. I will call it the Dakota stitch. I love it. What a beautiful horse that was. He had this eye that was, he had one regular eye that was brown, and then he had one that my dad called a watch eye, and it was kind of like blue and gray and all spiral, and we could never tell if he was blind in it or not. Such a beautiful horse. I can picture him. If you don't know what a buckskin is, a buckskin is kind of like, he was this color, the light color, and then he had spots all over him like this color and that color, and it was really cool. Great horse. Great horse. So, all right, I got to get myself going. I got to work on this. I got to finish the card. I got to wrap her present. I gotta do a million things. So I'm going to let you go for today. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have a great Monday. Remember, be happy, be kind, and be creative. Have a great day, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.